English conversation, speaking and listening skills practice, questions and answers. What is a pencil?
A pencil is a long, thin tool we use to write. It has a wooden outside and a soft lead inside. You can write with the lead by pressing it on paper. If you make a mistake, you can erase it using an eraser. You must sharpen a pencil when the tip gets dull.
How do you use a pen?
A pen is used to write, but you cannot erase it like a pencil. It has ink inside that flows out when you press it on paper. You just hold it and move it on the paper to write words. Be careful because pen marks are permanent. Pens are great for signing important papers.
What is a notebook?
A notebook is a book with blank pages inside. We use it to write down notes, ideas, or homework. Notebooks are often lined to help you write straight. They come in different sizes, small and large. You can carry one to class to take notes from the teacher.
How do you use an eraser?
An eraser helps remove pencil marks. If you write something wrong, rub the eraser over the mistake. It turns the pencil marks into tiny pieces that brush away. You must use it gently so you don't tear the paper. It is very useful for correcting errors.
What is a ruler for?
A ruler is a tool to measure length or draw straight lines. It is usually made of plastic, wood, or metal. You place the ruler on paper and use a pencil or pen to draw along its edge. It often has numbers to show measurements in centimeters or inches.
How do you use scissors?
This helps in math or art classes. Scissors are tools with two sharp blades that cut paper. Hold the scissors by the handles and open them wide. Place the paper between the blades and squeeze the handles to cut. Always be careful to avoid cutting your fingers. Scissors are useful for craft projects in school.
What is glue used for?
Glue is a sticky liquid that helps things stick together. You can use it to attach paper, photos, or craft materials. Simply squeeze a small amount onto one piece and press it against another. Let the glue dry and the pieces will stay together. It's very handy for art projects.
How do you use a stapler?
A stapler is used to fasten papers together. You place the papers inside the stapler and press it down. A small metal pin called a staple goes through the paper to hold them. It's great when you want to keep many sheets organized. Be careful not to press too hard to avoid jamming.
What is a backpack?
A backpack is a bag you wear on your back to carry your school supplies. It has two straps that go over your shoulders to hold it in place. You can put your books, notebooks, and pencils inside it. Many backpacks have extra pockets for smaller items. It's easy to carry your things to school with a backpack.
How do you use a highlighter?
A highlighter is used to mark important words or sentences in a book. It has bright ink that stands out from normal text. Simply run the tip over the text you want to highlight. This helps you remember key points when studying. Highlighters come in many colors like yellow, pink, or green.
What is a calculator?
A calculator is a small electronic device used for math. You press the number keys to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. It gives you quick and accurate answers to math problems. Calculators are especially useful in math class. They save time when doing difficult calculations.
How do you use a binder?
A binder holds loose papers together in one place. It has rings inside to secure the papers. You open the rings, insert hole-punched papers, and close them. This helps keep your notes organized and easy to find. Binders are great for keeping homework and class handouts.
What is chalk?
Chalk is a soft white or colored stick used to write on blackboards. Teachers often use it to write lessons or draw diagrams during class. You simply press the chalk on the board and write like a pencil. Chalk can be easily erased with a board eraser. It's often used in classrooms for teaching.
How do you use a protractor?
A protractor is a tool for measuring angles in math. It is a half-circle shape with degree markings from 0 to 180. To measure an angle, place the center point of the protractor on the angle's corner. Read where the lines meet the number scale. This tool is very useful for geometry lessons.
What is a whiteboard?
A whiteboard is a smooth, white surface used to write on with markers. It is usually found in classrooms for teachers to write notes. You use special markers called dry erase markers to write on it. After writing, you can erase the text with a cloth or eraser. Whiteboards are cleaner and easier to use than chalkboards.
How do you use a dry erase marker?
A dry erase marker is used to write on whiteboards. The ink is easy to erase with a cloth or board eraser. You simply write on the board as you would with a pen or pencil. Be sure to put the cap back on so the marker doesn't dry out. It comes in different colors, making your notes more colorful.
What is a school desk?
A school desk is a small table where students sit to study or write. It often has a flat surface for books and a small space underneath for storage. Desks are usually arranged in rows in the classroom. It's your personal workspace during lessons. A comfortable chair is often part of the desk.
How do you use a computer in school?
A computer in school is used for research, typing, or learning programs. You type on the keyboard to enter information or search the internet. Many schools have special classes to teach students computer skills. You can also use a computer to do assignments or presentations. It's an important tool for modern learning.
What is a textbook?
A textbook is a book used in school to study a specific subject. It contains lessons, exercises, and pictures to help you learn. Teachers use textbooks to explain topics in class. You can also read them at home to review and do homework. They are important for learning new information.
How do you use a calendar?
A calendar helps you keep track of days, weeks, and months. You can write down important dates like exams or project deadlines. Hang it on your wall or keep a small one in your notebook. It helps you stay organized with your school schedule. You can also mark holidays or special events on it.
What is a class schedule?
A class schedule shows the times of your classes each day. It tells you when and where your lessons will be. It usually includes the names of subjects and teachers. You can use your schedule to know which books to bring to class. It helps you manage your time and be on time for lessons.
How do you use flashcards?
Flashcards are small cards with questions on one side and answers on the other. You can use them to study for exams by testing yourself. Look at the question, try to answer it, and then check the answer on the back. They are great for memorizing facts. Flashcards make studying more fun and effective.
What is recess?
Recess is a short break between classes where students can rest or play. It usually lasts 10 to 15 minutes. During recess, students can go outside, eat snacks, or talk with friends. It's a time to relax and refresh before going back to class. Recess helps students feel energized and ready to learn.
How do you use a reading book in class?
A reading book helps you practice reading and improve your vocabulary. The teacher may ask you to read a chapter or a few pages. You can read out loud in class or silently at your desk. After reading, you may have to answer questions about the story. Books help you become a better reader.
What is a school uniform?
A school uniform is special clothing that students wear to school. It usually includes a shirt, pants, or a skirt, and sometimes a tie or jacket. Uniforms are often the same for all students to create a sense of unity. They help students focus on learning instead of fashion. Wearing a uniform also shows respect for school rules.
How do you use a map in class?
A map shows the layout of countries, cities, or places. You can use it to study geography and learn about different locations. In class, the teacher may point to places on the map during lessons. You can also use a map to find directions. Maps help you understand the world better.
What is a homework assignment?
A homework assignment is work that the teacher asks you to do at home. It helps you practice what you learned in class. You might have to read, write, or solve problems for homework. The teacher will check your homework the next day. It's important to do your homework to keep learning.
How do you use a school bell?
A school bell rings to signal the start or end of classes. It tells students when it's time to go to class or take a break. The bell might ring in the morning to start the school day. It can also ring between periods to tell you to move to your next class. The bell keeps the school day organized.
What is a science lab?
A science lab is a special room for doing experiments in school. It has equipment like beakers, test tubes, and microscopes. In the lab, you can observe chemical reactions or study small organisms. Teachers guide students through experiments to help them learn science. Labs make learning science more hands-on and fun.
How do you use a class project?
A class project is an activity where students work together to create something. You might have to research a topic, make a poster, or give a presentation. Projects help you learn by doing. Working in groups allows you to share ideas and learn from each other. Projects often count toward your final grade.
What is a report card?
A report card is a paper that shows your grades in school. It is usually given to you at the end of each term. The report card tells how well you did in subjects like math, science, and reading. Parents and teachers use it to track your progress. It's important to do your best in school to get good grades.
How do you use a dictionary?
A dictionary helps you find the meanings of words. You can look up any word you don't understand in the dictionary. It will show you how to pronounce the word and what it means. You can also find synonyms and antonyms in some dictionaries. Dictionaries are great tools for improving your vocabulary.
What is an assembly?
An assembly is a large meeting where all students gather in one place. It is often held in the school gym or auditorium. The principal or teachers may speak to students about important announcements. Assemblies can also include performances or celebrations. They help bring the whole school community together.
How do you use a bookmark?
A bookmark helps you keep your place in a book. You simply place the bookmark between the pages where you stop reading. The next time you open the book, you can quickly find your place. Bookmarks can be made of paper, plastic, or even fabric. They help you stay organized when reading long books.
What is a hall pass?
A hall pass is a paper or card that gives you permission to leave the classroom. You might need a hall pass to go to the bathroom or the office during class. The teacher gives you the pass, and you show it to other teachers in the hallway. It shows you are allowed to be out of class.
How do you use a bulletin board?
A bulletin board is a large board where announcements and papers are posted. Teachers use it to display important information like schedules or school events. You can look at the board to find out about upcoming activities or homework. It's often found in classrooms or hallways. The board helps everyone stay informed.
What is a quiz?
A quiz is a short test that checks how much you know about a subject. It usually has a few questions about what you learned in class. Teachers use quizzes to see if students understand the lessons. Quizzes are often less formal than big exams but still important. They help you practice for larger tests.
How do you use a pencil sharpener?
A pencil sharpener makes the tip of your pencil sharp again. You insert the dull pencil into the sharpener and turn it. The sharpener shaves off the wood and makes the lead pointy. Some sharpeners are handheld, while others are electric. A sharp pencil makes it easier to write clearly.
What is a classroom?
A classroom is the place where students and teachers have lessons. It has desks, chairs, a board, and other learning materials. You go to the classroom to study different subjects like math, science, or reading. Classrooms are organized to help students focus on learning. It's where most of your school time is spent.
How do you use a library in school?
A school library is a place where you can borrow books. You can go there to read, study, or do research. Librarians can help you find books on any subject you need. It's a quiet place where students can work on homework or study for exams. You can take books home as long as you return them on time.
What is a field trip?
A field trip is a school outing where students visit a place outside of the classroom. It could be a museum, zoo, or historical site. Field trips help students learn by seeing real things instead of just reading about them. It's a fun way to explore new topics. Teachers and parents often go along to supervise.
How do you use a school ID?
A school ID is a card that shows you are a student at a school. It has your picture, name, and sometimes your grade or student number. You may need to show your ID to get into certain school areas or events. Some schools use it for the library or cafeteria. It helps keep the school safe by identifying students.
What is a lunchbox?
A lunchbox is a container that holds your lunch for school. You can pack food like sandwiches, fruit, and snacks inside. It keeps your food fresh until lunchtime. Some lunchboxes even have sections for different types of food. It's great for bringing a healthy meal to school.
How do you use a water bottle in school?
A water bottle helps you stay hydrated throughout the day. You can fill it with water and carry it with you to class. When you're thirsty, simply take a drink from your bottle. It's important to drink water during school to stay focused. Reusable bottles are eco-friendly and help reduce plastic waste.
What is a janitor?
A janitor is a person who keeps the school clean and safe. They clean classrooms, hallways, and bathrooms. Janitors also fix things that are broken and make sure everything is in good working order. They play an important role in keeping the school environment healthy. You often see them working before or after school hours.
How do you use a seating chart?
A seating chart shows where each student sits in the classroom. The teacher creates it to organize students in specific seats. You can look at the chart to find your assigned seat. It helps the teacher remember where everyone sits and makes the classroom more organized. Seating charts are useful, especially at the start of the school year.
What is a cafeteria?
A cafeteria is a large room where students eat lunch. The school serves food there, or students can bring their own meals. It usually has long tables where everyone sits together. The cafeteria is also a place to relax and talk with friends during breaks. It's one of the busiest places in the school during lunchtime.
How do you use a school bus?
A school bus takes students to and from school. You get on the bus at a stop near your home and sit down while the driver takes you to school. After school, the bus takes you back home. The bus follows a schedule, so you need to be on time. It's a safe and easy way for many students to get to school.
What is a classmate?
A classmate is someone who is in the same class as you. You see your classmates every day during lessons and activities. You might work together on projects, study, or help each other with homework. Classmates often become friends during the school year. It's nice to have classmates to share learning experiences with.
How do you use an alarm clock for school?
An alarm clock helps you wake up on time for school. You set the time when you want the alarm to ring in the morning. When the alarm goes off, it makes a loud sound to wake you up. This helps you get ready for school without being late. Using an alarm clock can make your mornings more organized.